This is Washington on a shift change. The Women's March owning the same streets that celebrating Trump supporters had spilled out onto the day before. Many of them now checking out of their hotels, gowns and tuxes packed as the Pink Hat Brigade passed by. Kim Wilson of New Mexico, all dressed up at Friday night's inaugural ball, still exhausted the next morning and not impressed with the marchers.
Well, if you look at most of them, they're college students. I think they have no clue what they're even talking about. They probably don't pay any taxes, and it's ridiculous.
Plenty of Trump fans around. More white women voted for Trump than Clinton, by the way, and few of them we spoke with wanted anything to do with the march. Don't see women's rights threatened now.
Gonna rain today, you guys?
Only if I do my hair.
Wilson, who works selling surgical devices, planning to just see the sights of D.C., avoid the protests. She says she kept quiet when Obama won, and why can't they?
I mean, the election's over, so now let's get together and let's talk. And I think I could sit down and have a conversation. I don't know that someone who had different views than I do would be open to that.
Time and again, the "I don't understand them" line has been repeated in Washington these last few days. By Catherine and Lorna Watt, too. Grandmother, daughter, and granddaughter Izzy from San Francisco. Coincidentally, staying in the same hotel as Kim Wilson. They'd booked months ago.
I was so excited about bringing my daughter and my granddaughter to the inauguration of the first female president. And at that time, the hotel room was ridiculously expensive, but I thought this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Catherine, who works in human resources, says they thought about staying home when Trump won, but decided to show up anyway. The Women's March, just a bonus. Izzy wouldn't remember, they said, but at least she'd have the pictures and stories of the day they stepped up and the confusion about how this election ended the way it did.
To me, I don't understand women who could vote for Donald Trump. It's something I just don't understand, and I've given them a chance to tell me, and their reasons don't make any sense. So, you can say, well, Hillary's corrupt, she's a liar, the emails, and I don't think they even understand any of that.
Actually, one of the things that does work is people meeting people who are different, or, and realizing, oh, wait a minute, I don't actually hate this person that, I thought I might hate.
Willingness to talk. If we could set it up, would they consider a conversation with women who voted for Trump? They said they would, and then moved on to the march. And what a scene. Early on, numbers seeming to surprise, and a collage of issues.
Me, homelessness, I don't like the fact that there are the rise in how many black men are in prison.
All of our rights, our civil rights, they're all in danger, and that's why I'm marching.
A swelling, seemingly congenial crowd, but apparently not for all. Certainly not for the Trump fan who wandered into the thick of it.
I think I'm going to take my cap off. I don't really feel too safe here.
You don't, eh? Is anybody giving you a hard time?
Yes. Oh, yes.
A Republican from South Carolina making clear his views about the march when he was interrupted. A crowd cheering for former Secretary of State John Kerry. For a moment, it sounded like a victory parade.
This is what America looks like! Tell me what America looks like!
The Watts finding fast friends, too.
It looks like it was on, double odd needles. Tiny needles. Gorgeous.
And Kim Wilson, the Republican, not faring so well. She sent us this text. No love wearing this.
If this all looks a little bit too messy to be an organized march, that's because it is. Shortly after the official march was supposed to begin, it was decided this is just too big for an official march to the White House. That doesn't mean people aren't going to try to go anyway.
Down the mall towards 14th Street. Rare to see so many people, so few problems, and so few police. Some indeed funneling towards the White House. Some right past that hotel where Kim Wilson and the Watts were staying. The sun down, but the day not done. Curious, were those women serious about wanting to talk with someone from the other side? Apparently, yes. They agreed to meet on the street.
So Catherine and Lorna, I would like you to meet Kim and Cheryl.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
How are you?
What is something that you wish people understood about you?
For me, the Trump movement has been empowering to women. So I guess I'm confused as to how women are taking this election as setting women back. 'Cause I looked at him as running a business. And if you look at the businesses he's run, he's employed more women and women in high power. So for me, it was exhilarating.
What do you think about that videotape of him?
Or the accusations against him.
I mean,
Could we all not speak like that?
and truthfully, I'm gonna compete.
But did you on the tape speaking like that? He said, I can do it to anybody I want to because I'm a celebrity.
And instead, Bill Clinton did it to everyone, and Hillary bought them off, and that is okay.
Some women were not offended by his comments on that tape at all, and I totally get what they mean. But some women, like I have a lot of friends who have been assaulted and stuff, and to them, just the idea of that a man would do that is really scary.
Not surprisingly, the conversation drew some curious stares and a few side debates. And sure, there's still anger.
Cam, do you think I don't work in a man's world?
Well, if you're asking for a leg up,
I have never asked for a leg up.
wait.
You're assuming we're asking for leg up. I've raised a daughter as a single mother
in affirmative action?
who owns
So
her
do you
own
think that
business.
she should get a leg up because she's a woman?
She's never asked
Should
for a
she?
leg up.
Good time to remember it's cold and there's the baby. Izzy just about having enough of this. We all decided to wrap it up.
I actually really like him. I would actually say that we are probably a strong group of women.
Then an exchange of contact information. That we didn't see coming.
Being a woman's hard. The women's movement has made it hard, and we're all struggling to figure out what it means to be a woman.
I actually really appreciate having like a contact like that with someone I can ask instead of just screaming at the TV.
Not the best of conversations, but it's something. And in this divided country, they have to start somewhere. Adrienne Arsenault, CBC News, Washington.